Hi guys, James here from Sunseeker Southampton down in Swanwick Marina this evening, and we're going to have a look around a dealer approved part exchange that we've just taken in against a new Sunseeker. This is a Chris Craft Corsair 34, just a year old, delivered summer 2019. Behind me here, welcome to King Moritz. 34 feet, which in new money is 10.4 meters, tip to tip. Absolutely stunning looking boat. Chris Craft heritage, been around for a long time. Well over 150 years. Drop dead gorgeous looks. Powered by a pair of throaty V8 petrol engines. We've got 2 beds in the cabin. We've got a small enclosed bathroom. I say it's an all-in-one ultimate weekender come boys toy. Lovely sort of cruising speed, 25-30 knots, capable of speeds in excess of 40 knots. I think the skipper telling us today achieving 42s, 43 knots. With a little bit of chop. Absolutely stunning. So colour wise, we've got a fountain blue metallic hull finish here. It's a paint finish throughout all the exterior surfaces, and then she's got an oyster upholstery, which is on the sun pads here. There's a fill-in cushion that goes in through the sun pad there. You've got lovely big U-shaped seating in the back here with a table that stows away under the back. We'll have a look at that when we step on board. And then a heritage pack which includes full teak everywhere. So we've got these lovely teak rails along the side decks. We've got teak on the forward deck. It's got a bleached white caulking. As part of our dealer prep over the next couple of weeks, we'll go right through the boat from tip to tip, cleaning all the teak, polishing exterior surfaces and what have you. LED nav lights up in the bow here. We've got a nice stainless steel delta anchor tucked into a locker there. Big heavy duty plate for the bow eye. So that whole colour runs all the way back down, finishing just above the waterline. Boat looks like it's anti-fouled as well, so can live in if you wish. A couple of trumpet stainless steel air horns here. We've got some fixed cleats here as well, as I noticed on the back some of the cleats drop down. You have to excuse it's a bit breezy here out on the pontoon tonight. Fenders are on a nice little system here where you just pull up the fitting and you can remove these out of the deck, so stow away, and there's some custom storage for those underneath some of the seats. It's on a pair of Duroprop Volvo drives with stainless steel propellers, so really efficient through the water. Notable on the back here when we step on, we've got a transom shower here on the starboard, so these are the pop-up cleats. You can see little vents through, see the drives below. We've got a plug-in for the TV and also for the shore power system, and there's a black waste tank fitting there as well, so overboard and deck fitting as well. Part of the heritage again, stainless steel antique handrails here. Got nice little step, Chris Craft emblems, so it's beautifully finished, absolutely exquisite. Boat hasn't been cleaned to say, still got the salt on from her run over from the Channel Islands today, and she'll stay here now with us until she's sold. Obviously an ex-VAT boat, so options depending on where you're taking her in the future. We can either charge UK VAT here or potentially buy as an export sale depending on your future purchase structure. So now we're on board here, you'll notice immediately we've got this beautiful big U-shaped seating, duck down. If we sit down, just look through, we're protected by the screen, so you can imagine running along on this, well protected from wind buffeting. Some nice little practical touches under here, things like the backrest cushions lift up and you've got custom fender storage in there. These cushions underneath here, you can see good size storage lockers. Again, under the back corners here, these are lockers, and then we'll just pop the engine hatch up. Got a bank of switches here on the dashboard, and we're on electric hatch ram, so it just takes a few moments to open up. And you can see tucked round the back there underneath the cover was the bimini top, so she's got a full sort of dark navy blue bimini sunshade, which is on a nice stainless steel frame, very easy to put up. You can see that hatch comes right up, so access for engine servicing and what have you, very straightforward. And you can see the little recess in the back here, this teak step just lifts out, and then this table will store back into that space when you're looking for a bit more of a clean cockpit. Obviously it's an opening leaf here to give you a bit more space for dining. So So we just come round behind the table. Say various power options on these boats, including a diesel option actually, but I have to say, if you're into something as beautiful as this, it really deserves a pair of V8s in it. So we've got 350 horsepower, they're a 5.7 V8, very modern engine, catalytic converters, the full works, so complies with latest emission regs, single serpentine belt on the front, so easy servicing. And we've got things like batteries here down starboard side. Got a this is a hot water tank down here, Fireboy automatic fire suppression system, removable light for the all-round white light here, neatly clipped out of the way. So loads of space, serviceability very good. All looks immaculate, as you really would expect for a boat that's little more than a year old. She's reading just over 50 hours on the clocks, I think, from memory. And you can see we've got lots of sound insulation up on the top here, and the hull is a cord hull, so you've got sound insulation suppression from the buoyancy that affords as well. We'll just come back up to the helm, push the button here, you see that drops down pretty quick. So while we're stood here, we'll note the helm seat is a sort of 1.5 width, either for one big owner or a couple if you want to squeeze on there together. And you've got a drop down bolster depending on whether you want to stand at the helm or sit down. If we sit down here, drop it down into a seating position, you can see you're looking straight through the windscreen line, and we've got a nice easy panoramic view round us. We've got an array of clocks here, so obviously it's a twin engine boat. We've got 2 tachos, nice speedo, so very retro feeling here with this sort of aluminium turned dash. Got a nice Garmin touchscreen chart plotter here, and then let's say a bank of Carling switches that do things like cockpit lights, electric anchor winch, bilge pumps, horn, etc. So really everything's nice and close to hand, and you can see as we turn the wheel that nice little weighted Chris Craft emblem in the middle there. Again, very retro with this beautiful wood sort of mahogany teak wheel. And then we've got modern day touches here, so Volvo ZVC fly-by-wire throttles. We just start it up, you can get a feel for what those V8s sound like. So see, it comes into life on the gauges here. It's just going to go through some sort of pre-flight check, so to speak. See the hours reading there, so 53 port engine, 52 starboard. We just turn the keys, hear those V8s burble into life. So gone are the days really of sort of those quick and quiet switchable exhaust systems. They don't comply with EU regs, so the props, the exhaust goes out underwater, so it is quite civilized if you're running up and down the rivers and what have you, not upsetting your neighbors, but you still get this full exhaust experience when you're out running at speed. We've got a Vitus electric bow thruster here. We've got a Fusion remote control for the stereo, a little nice Volvo proprietary gauge giving fuel burn, distance to empty, that sort of thing. It's a nice bit of kit to have on board. And these tachos are multifunction as well, so we can flick through here, you can see digital readouts of some of the temperatures and pressures. So very modern, those fuel injected V8s, so they've got lots of electronic monitoring systems on. So if we just put throttle only on the throttles here, you can hear, just rev them up a bit for you. Say throaty without being obnoxious, really nice smooth power. We'll just stop those to keep the hours down. Over on the port side, we've got the single co-pilot seat, again with a drop down bolster, nice little glove box. Got a plug in here for an auxiliary for the stereo input and a 12-volt charging socket. Say little tweeters up here. It's a good AV package. Detail, these are part of the heritage upgrade, again teak and the stainless cup holders. We've got a nice little stainless steel isotherm fridge drawer there. And we can see we've got a shore power lead. We've got a full tonneau cover again on this side. Some more covers in there. And then access onto the foredeck when underway. It's got these little turnbuckles on the screen. That flips across. And then you've got a little drop down step here to allow you to climb up and access the foredeck. So yes, a beautiful teak here. Acres of teak, lots of maintenance, but again, beautiful looks. Forward we've got a little anchor locker. So stainless steel winch here. We've got a stainless steel anchor here itself. Nice little, it's clasp there for holding it when it's in the stowed position. Sort of piano black finish here on these are skylights down in the cabin, we'll see in a sec. It's a real pretty boat, very little on the water that looks as pretty as a classic Chris Craft. So standing back down, lift up this hatch, and that gives access to a full weekender inside. So for those of you that want somewhere to crash out when you arrive at your destination, we've got this big U-shaped seating area, table in the middle drops down, and we've got a fill-in cushion to turn that into a bed. Nice little day galley here and an enclosed head. So just stepping down, you'll note the wood in here is a satin finish black American walnut. Real tasteful, say cherry and things like that are an option on here as well. But we've got a good sized single bowl stainless sink. We're 132 litres of water capacity on here, so plenty to run the toilet, the deck shower and the sink in here. Again, a second isotherm refrigerator drawer. We've got storage in the galley here. We've got some cupboards up top. 2-pin EU socket up there that will work on the shore power system. And then of course on the end here is our main breaker panel. So we've got main sort of RCD, and then we've got the individual things here for some of the electronics on board on the main side of the panel. Obviously no shore power switched on at the moment. Little panels here for things like the light controls up in the ceiling. Look like they're filament bulbs rather than LEDs in here. I think this is access for shower pumps and what have you. Yeah, so we've got shower sump box there for the bathroom compartment. If we come round behind us, whilst it's compact in here, at least it is it's a separate compartment rather than being in the cabin with you itself. So we've got a nice Tecma VacuFlush toilet with electric panel up here to control it, say tank for the black water tank sensor, light controller on the panel over there, again little plug socket for hair dryers and shavers and what have you, and I would guess a little bit storage under here. It's obviously hot and cold water. You saw the tanker back in the engine bay earlier. Little bit of storage up top there, and a nice mirror for the odd evening out. And then looking forward, so we've got a nice little sort of centre table here, and it's a good size U-shaped seat. Headroom is compact. If I just spin the camera around, you can see not a lot of room here. Just under 6 feet myself, but it's usable. So if you've got a couple of kids and they want to come crash out, you've got a nice LG LCD TV up the top there. There's a DVD player tucked in the corner there, so that'll talk to the telly. Speakers up in the forward bulkhead here, and then up above us here we've got these 3 skylight panels. They've got integrated mosquito nets as well as a blackout blind, so easy to put the cabin to bed at night if you like, if you're using this as for somewhere to crash out. There's options for things like air conditioning or diesel heating, not fitted on this boat, but we could easily add if you wanted to. Again, a little Fusion remote control, again with a second 12-volt socket to plug in. So it's a real nice spec on this. Big saving over new. So the boat, as you see her here, is asking £275,000 sterling excluding tax. Willing to consider part exchanges on that, or if you've got say finance needed, we can assist with that if it helps you with the purchase. So whether you're looking for something as the ultimate day boat come weekender, a chase boat or a large yacht, something really individual to keep outside your house in sandbanks, or even just as a day boat here down in Swanwick, say really a very much an all-rounder ultimate classic. Very little on the market that competes. She's dry stackable at 34 feet, weighing in about 4.5 tons. Say it's usable here on the Swanwick dry stack, or a marina berth here be around £7,000 a year for an annual mooring with full Premier benefits in other marinas within their group. So the boat's on the market now, available to view 7 days a week. And if you'd like any further information, say please get in touch. Say it's James at sunseekersouthampton.com is my email, or mobile is +44 7747 686 587. drop me a message. I can talk you through the spec on the boat, send you some more photos. So it's clear title, one owner from new, just taken into stock by us now, so pretty much ready to go and enjoy the rest of the 2020 season. Hope you've enjoyed the tour today, and we look forward to hearing from you.